Hi everybody, this is going to be another Chapter 1 video over solving for a variable. So we're going to be following the same steps as we did for some of the equations that you've seen up to this point. We're going to be using PEMDAS backward. The difference here, though, is that your answer isn't going to just be a number. It's going to be an expression, so that means a combination of numbers, variables, and operations. So it's going to look a little different to you, and you'll see why here shortly. So here's our equation. V equals LWH. So we know that if we don't see a symbol in between, that would be multiplication. So you can draw the little multiplication symbols in there if you'd like. But notice the beginning part here is a little bit different. It says solve for h. In our equation, there are no numbers. There are 4 variables and multiplication. So to solve for h means that we need to get h all by itself. Okay? Now, think about what operation is happening between L, W, and H. Okay, we said it's all multiplication. So we do the opposite. If I want to undo multiplication, I divide. So I'm going to divide the entire right side by LW. It's going to cancel those out. And that means that I have to divide V, which is the only thing on the left side, by LW. So now what I have is V divided by LW equals H. And that is our final answer. This is what it looks like to solve for H. It just means get H by itself. We don't know what number H is equal to. We just know that H is equal to V divided by LW. So let's see another example here. So again, we're going to pay attention to what variable we're solving for here. I'm solving for C. So I need to get C all by itself. Okay, so here's our 2 sides. So to get C by itself, I need to get rid of that minus S. So again, we use our inverse operations. We add S to both sides. When I add S here, it's going to cancel out. So our final answer is going to be M plus S equals C. Now keep in mind that on the left side here, I'm just leaving this as M plus S because I don't know how to add those two things together. Okay, if they were numbers, yeah, we would add them, but since they're different variables, we can't do anything. This is what our final answer looks like. Okay, this time we're looking for B. And B is going to be a little trickier to get to because it is in the top of a fraction here. Now, remember, though, when we have that fraction bar right here in the blue, that really just means that we have B plus C divided by D. So to get to B, I need to get rid of that divide by D part first. So let's split into 2 sides here. If we're going to cancel out the divided by D, we need to do the opposite, which is multiplying by D. Now, when I multiply the left side by D, A times D is just AD. And on the right side, we know that the D's are going to cancel out now. So those are gone. And we're just left with B plus C. So now it's going to be a lot easier to get B by itself. Because all we need to do at this point is subtract C. Cancels here. And we get our final answer. A times D minus C is equal to B. All right, this time we are solving for Y. So let's split this into 2 sides, and then let's talk about what's a little different here. Okay, on the left side of our equation, we have A times X plus B times Y. The tricky part is to decide, what do we get rid of first? Do we get rid of the AX or do we get rid of the B? Okay, you're always going to undo addition and subtraction before multiplication or division. So that means that we need to get rid of the ax first. So let's subtract ax from both sides. It's going to cancel here. On the left side, that leaves us with b times y. And on the right side now, we have c minus a times x. So again, if we're trying to get y by itself, we need to look at what's left on the left side that we don't want. Okay? We need to get rid of the b, which is multiplying y. So we're going to divide both sides by b. Going to cancel here. And that gives us y all by itself. Y is equal to c minus a times x. And then all of this is going to be divided by b. Let's do one more example. All right, so we are solving for x this time. And x is right here. So let's split it down the middle again. This one's similar to the one we just did. We have to decide if we're going to get rid of the a that's multiplying the x or the minus b first. So remember, we undo addition subtraction first. So we're going to get rid of that minus b by adding b to both sides. So now we have a times x is equal to c plus b, or you could do b plus c. The order there doesn't matter. And then we need to get rid of that a that's multiplying x by dividing by a. So now we get our final answer. X is equal to c plus b divided by a. Or I said you could have b plus c divided by a. Either one of those would be okay. All right, everybody, that is it for this video. Remember to pay attention to the variable that you're solving for here. And remember, your answer isn't going to just be a number. It's going to be an algebraic expression. Have a great day.